So we'll run through the set. We'll run through the seated Tai Chi for Health set, and then we'll do standing. I'll run through the whole silk reeling thing. We'll do the standing, and that'll be our first class of the New Year's. Okay. All right. So sit forward. Yeah, sit forward in the chair. Sit a little bit more forward in the chair. Yeah. All right. So legs extended. Looking straight ahead. Remember you can still pinpoint imagery like mountaintop, but I'm finding it's a different feeling to imagine the imagery of the whole mountain. So that whole mountain scene, Mount Fuji, Mauna Kea, something that peaks, because it'll still draw your eyes to the center. But having that larger picture, it feels just more comfortable, more expansive, lighter. Yeah, you don't have to be so intense of trying to focus on that one point. You can still do that type of practice, but I like that larger imagery of the whole mountain. Okay, top of the head, back of center, gently pulling up, opening up the spine, the neck, and relaxing, so as you expand, all the joints and the muscles can stretch and expand. Yeah. Sternum tilted up a little, relaxing the pelvic joint and gently using your thigh muscles to push and extend your leg out, relaxing the knees, relaxing the ankles, and gently pressing your feet into the earth while imagine your whole leg sinking into the ground. Right? So there's no resistance, not pressing against the ground, but sinking into the earth. Drop the air, drop the chi down to your lower dantian. So as you breathe, expand your stomach. Relax your chest. And just with the intent, just with the E, activate your heart. Put that little sun in your chest. Lightly close your eyes as you breathe and relax. Relaxing the pelvic joint. And imagine the energy from that sun slowly lighting up the whole room. You can put a little sun in each corner of the room, in the center, so the room gets bright, alive, it's glowing. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. Take a second deep breath. Let it all out. Take a third deep breath. Let it all out. Slowly open your eyes. And as you breathe in, slowly start commencement, picking up the palm, picking up the chi. Center of the palms facing each other. Fold the joints. Bring the chi to your heart. Number 2, roll it away. Introduce it to the rest of your organs. To the center channel, the spine. Expand and bring it back. Number 3, one open and close right at the heart level. Number 4, turn to your right, single whip. Continuous motion, scanning the mountain. Number 5, one sao. Relax the shoulders, stretch the fingertips. Keep imagining the whole room is bright and lit up with that energy from your heart, from the sun. And one more time on the right, and then come back to center. A little turn to the left and spiral back right into an open and close. And repeat on the left side. Turning and pressing and then opening. flowing into one sao. Relax so you can turn all the way 45. The dantian turns, the waist follows, and everything follows. Finish on the left side. Come back to center to the heart, turning a little bit to the right and spiraling back. Take your time, finish the motion. Brushing the knee, right side first. Turn and slide your right hand up, breathing in and out, fingertips, and then heel of palm, and then lift the sternum. Turn the palm center. Turn the waist a little bit more. Then turn all the way to the right. The left hand rises, holding the pipa. Cradle the ball. And do a parry right, and then a parry left. Using our silk reeling motion. Cover. Left hand flips over. Turn the waist. Breathe in and make fists. Grabbing. Exhaling and turning, allowing the right to rise. Release and center. Rolling back. Nice deep breath. Collecting and compressing. Then lift the sternum. Double hands pushing. Draw the chi back, resetting at the heart. Relax. And repeat on the left side. Turn and slide the left hand up, breathing in and out. Lift the sternum. Turn the palms. Keep turning. Turn the waist left. Right hand rises, height of the shoulder. Cradle and scoop. Parry left, while the hands wash through the forearms, flushing the whole body. Cover, turn the waist, breathe in and grabbing, exhaling and turning, holding the right hand while the left fist rises. Release, come back to center. Draw back, rolling back, compressing in the dantian. Lift the sternum, exhaling. One Qigong, one heart Qigong. Repeat the brush knee on the left side, followed by leisurely tying the coat. Lift the sternum. Keep the left hand in place while you fold. Right hand sneaks in, then out. Wiping down towards the dantian. Rotating the right palm up and then rising under the chin. Pushing the fingers and the palm out. Big circle. Big wind up over the tailbone. Drop your shoulders. Both palms facing forward, and then dropping to an open and close. Nice. And repeating on the right side. Breathing in, and then out. And take your time and relax, enjoy the movement. Fold, leisurely tying the gentleman's coat. Turn the waist. Turn. Turn. Relax the shoulders. Lift and turn. Extend and turn. Big spiral. Drop the palms into the height of the heart. Right into an open and close. Last section. You can do it seated if you want, of course, but otherwise stand up, loosen your joints. What have you doing standing? and then we'll review the silk reeling. Sorry, I don't know what happened. That I looked up and I realized my phone had just stopped. See, I am watching you. I wasn't watching my phone. Those of you who share your video anyway. Oh my God, it was 61 degrees the other morning when I woke up in Aina Haina in the desert. It was 61 degrees. Oh, oh, that's a nice rainbow. Okay, so we'll just run through the silk reeling. Just have fun, just take your time, just use it to loosen up your joints, get the day going. One of the basic Qigong exercises you see people doing is, so just learn to turn like this. The arms are flopping and they're just wiggling, and you're turning from the center. So not too wide, not too wide, not too narrow, just comfortable, knees bent and just turning. Right, so when I turn, right, the arms and the joints just move. Okay? So learning to turn from center, just like that washing machine spindle. Okay? And then from here, you can they'll turn it into a slapping drill. So as you turn, the arms will come up, and as you turn, they'll fold. So one palm will start by slapping the tantin, and the other palm will slap the Ming Meng, the back, from here. So it'll come up and you turn and it'll fold, it'll come up. So you rise a little bit and then you come down and then up and down. So it really is like that washing machine. Yeah? And this is a basic Qigong exercise you might see people doing. And basically the hands will start slapping up here, across the shoulder. They might slap here gently. Yeah? And it's that timing, and once you get that timing down, it's pretty easy. But just turning up and down, turning up and down, and turn, or just turning. They'll just turn like this, like a little like that drum. Right? So they can slap, and they'll slap all around the body, right? And like I said, you can use it as a warm up and a warm down, right? Or they'll come up and it'll be more this kind of motion, up and down. It takes a little bit more timing, but or just turning. And when you slap, you want your palms and your wrist and your arms and all your joints to be very relaxed. Yeah? So the slapping practice, palm against yourself, you're conditioning the body, you're warming up, you're opening up blockages and all of those good things. Yeah? And of course you can apply it to the rest of your body. Okay. So our silk reeling, again, using the center of the palm, that's your heart, right? And running from the tip of the middle finger down the center of the palm, center of the wrist, center of the forearm, and center of the elbow. We want to make sure we wash right through that line. Okay? You can come all the way up if you want, but at least get that line here, right? So there's 5 elements, 10 organs. So just by doing this motion, right, you're flushing, so right through here, tip right through the center. These are 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yep, but you can wash all the way up to the shoulder. Shoulder is an area of a lot of blockage. So if your arms, if you're feeling like, oh, it's cold, you don't have that circulation, that slapping all around here helps to open that up, and you might feel like, and then you do these washing and flushing motion, and you might feel your arm opening up. Yeah, so remember, you want to turn, lift and drop and turn and shift your weight. If you're standing, you can turn all the way to the side. And I like to lift the back leg a little bit to force me to shift all my weight. Okay? Once you get used to shifting all your weight, then your foot can remain on the ground and it'll just pivot. Okay? And then you can add the vibrating palm, just a light wiggle, light shake. Yeah? So that's just the basic from there. Okay? And then what we want to do is learn how to sit back on it. So as we come here, we want to learn to sit back and sit back. When I was first learning it, I could only practice sitting back to one side. Yeah. So when you sit back, you can feel that it's a little bit more energetic. Yeah. And that just helps to pump the lymphatic system a little bit more. Okay, so just doing this is a nice warm-up, relaxing, activating the heart, right? Keeping that room nice and bright. Yeah. So everything we do should be Qigong. Okay? Learning how to fold, learn how to turn from the center. So turning from the center and shifting and letting the body and the arms follow the movement. Right? Thinking of doing it, activating with the E, activating with the mind. Think of it as a dance. Let it flow. Right? It's a nice dance. Okay, and then moving into the next movement, right? The hand comes up. The bottom hand rests on the body. So as you turn, the top hand kind of cuts a little, and the bottom hand pulls and rubs against the body. Just drop that hand down so you don't bind your shoulder joint. Change. So we're starting to get a little bit of massage, more physical movement, self-massage, right? And then that bottom hand, again, can change heights, right? Can be higher, lower, right? You can cut diagonal, tracing across the body, and cut diagonal. Right? But you can see how that bottom hand starts to rub and massage the body. Right? So it can help to open points, it can help to open up meridians. You could do it systematically, or you could just do it randomly, that's fine. Okay. And then the next part is adding the teacup with the bottom hand. So the bottom hand comes, turns, right, rotates the fingertips and rubs in the back, and then drops down, and then dives up. Okay. So coming across, the bottom hand teacups, massages the kidneys, and then comes up, yeah? Then turn to the back. Yeah? So it turns, right? Massages. Right here is rubbing, right here is rubbing, and then rising, right? And then turning the other side, massage, and come up. So notice that as I rise, palm starts down, and then I start drilling, spiraling the hand up. Right? So I'm coming here, right? My palm is down. I can come straight up here, but what I tend to do is spiral, twist coming up, and then down. And when I come down, elbow is tucked in, shoulders. I don't want my elbow and arm to flare out. I don't want this to happen where it flares out and then comes down. I come up. It's connected to this hand that helps to keep my elbow down and come straight down, and then I continue. So come up, down, and then continue. Massage the kidneys, come up. I let it connect here, turn. So that little connection in the beginning helps you to keep, like, it actually rubs, you can actually touch here, and this little connection on the elbow can help to keep your elbow from flaring out. So in the beginning it's just kind of a little mechanical helper. Later on it just kind of feels natural to do. And so it's actually right here where it connects, lightly connecting, you're actually learning, right? You're developing that sensitivity skill. Even though you don't have a partner, you're not playing with anybody, your hands are still learning how to sense somebody else right over here and guiding, right? Lightly, without fighting, and just sticking to each other. So they call that chin na. Nassau. Nassau is sticky hands. So it's a touch hand skill right there. Yeah, you just take your time. So this hand comes down. So as this hand rises, it's coming under and touching. Yeah, let's get a little closer. So coming here, this hand drops and this hand comes underneath. Right? So as it rises, you can see how it's coming underneath, and this hand just falls and rubs, and it connects. Just the fingertips can connect right here. Yeah. So as I turn, same thing on this side. This hand is dropping, this hand comes up, and they just connect and rub, either on top or underneath, doesn't really matter, and sticks together. Yeah. When you practice by yourself, you can try and force, one structure, but eventually you have to let that structure go. You're just forcing that structure, forcing that drill, just to learn and get it mechanically correct and efficient. But at some point you have to let go of that definition, let go of that rule, and just let it come out by itself. Okay, from here. Okay, and then remember, from massaging the kidneys, it can go all the way down the piriformis. Right? You could actually go all the way down and massage the whole here. And that's just a matter of how low is you're comfortable for you, how low you want to dip. But it has all that whole option of coming down, drilling all the way down and rubbing. And when you do this, again, elbow has to be tucked in, otherwise you're going to hurt your shoulder joint. Yeah? So elbow tucked in. Okay? So So the movement has a lot of option, has a lot of range, from small to large, or from low to high. And kind of find what you enjoy, what's comfortable for you. Okay? From there. Okay. So in the next section, the third section, is just standing and doing this motion, right? Washing the outside, right? Washing the outside, right? And rising, and this can be either about third eye, forehead, or you can come right over the crown if you want, right? What's comfortable. But as you come over the crown, the whole arm just swivels. Right? So you just want this to swivel. Keep, you notice the angle of my elbow really doesn't change, right? The whole arm swivels. And then from here, it's just going to, you have to drop your shoulder. From here, I'm going to, as you turn your palm, drop your shoulder, drop your elbow, and then the whole arm drops and it expands a little bit, and then it folds and it comes back into place. Right? So if I turn this way, right, I'm turning, drop my shoulder, elbow, straight down. And then it resets back. Right, and then come back to center, and it changes. Right, and again, either forehead or higher, doesn't matter, whichever is comfortable. And turn, drop my shoulder, drop my elbow, turn my palm, and that little slap, and then reset, come back to center, right, washing the outside. So with the feet, right, you're gonna pick up the same foot. Just small step, turn, take your time, step straight down. And one way is to keep your weight on the back foot, and the other way is to step and shift. And then you can pick up the back leg to force that shift, and then step back, and then come back and reset. Okay, so both ways, you can do both ways. So just taking your time, leg in hand, turn your waist. As your waist turns, your palms start turning. Let everything go, drop, and then reset. Turn, take your time. Yeah. Okay, so my feet will, I'm just going through the different variations. Yeah, don't worry like, oh, he shifted that time, he didn't shift that time. Right? Those are just options of what you can do. Right? You don't have to do it. You just pick whatever's comfortable for you at the time. Drop your shoulders. When you come here, make sure everything drops down. Release. Yeah? And then come back. So in the beginning, the timing, trying to get the timing is important, as well as just relaxing. So hands and legs working together. Always still projecting and activating the heart, especially as right here, as you do your palm movement, you want to activate your heart to come through, especially on the left side. Okay, the left side is really connected to your heart. So this is like gathering, right, and then issuing, right? Project, let the heart go, smile. Right, so it can be walking in place, right? Or it can be a little bit more still, right? If we walk in place, no matter what we're doing, we're always practicing balance. So top of the head is still extended. The feet are still relaxed so they can sink into the earth. Shoulders down, pelvic joints relaxed. And finish the breath. Right, so remember to go at your own timing, your own speed. When I come up here, turn, the whole body turns together, it follows my waist, and then step down. So when my hands are coming up, there's different variations, so you might see it change as I move. Right? It might come up, it might be very straightforward and down, and just kind of straightforward from here. Or you might see more of the turn and spiral, and as I come out, you might see me opening this way. Right, so the hands, as I come out, the hands kind of open this way, a bigger circle, and then they collapse, and then they come to the center. Right, so it looks fancier, but it's just a bigger circle. Right? So coming out and expanding out this way, and then coming to center. Right? So it's just a variation of a movement. Right? And as if you keep up the movement, you'll feel these variations come out in yourself. So when they come out, don't suppress them. Don't go, oh, it got too big, it got too small, I have to do it this way. Play with it, like, oh, why did it do that? Right? Does it feel good or doesn't it feel good? Right? So sometimes I might, if I'm feeling light, right? If I'm just light, it'll just come out here. But if I'm thinking, wow, I'm just really wrapping and rolling, it might look like, it might look like something like that. It's all the same, it's just a variation. So experiment and play and see what's comfortable. As you get the basics, it'll come out. And that's what we always do, right? When we learn something and then we do something else and we think, is it okay to do it? It's okay. That's your next level. You've just taken yourself out of that step. You've kind of learned it, and like, hey, something else can release now because your foundation is building. Okay, so that's the third part. And then the last part is the dragon rolls over and the removing the helmet, And it's a big stretch going from the feet all the way up through the hip, the spine, up through the fingertip. And as we come up, we want that elbow pointing straight up, supporting like a big bag of rice or something heavy. So when you do this, right, your whole body has to tilt to keep your spine and your head in alignment. Right? If you force your head up this way, right, that's stress over here. So as your elbow lifts, just let your body tilt, relax your neck, okay? And start off small, and then slowly let that stretch get tighter and larger. But start off small and relax, otherwise you're going to pull a muscle, okay? So it comes out of the silk reeling. So we start with the shooting palm, okay? And then from the shooting palm, right, I'm going to reach back, and I'm going to lift and turn, remove the helmet, drop, and then swing. Let the hand swing and open, and there's the slap. Okay, so this hand sits on the sternum, the back hand is on the Mingmeng, right? And then dragon rolls over. So turn my waist and just drop my hand down. Right, so from here I'm just turning my waist and the hand drops, right? And then lift the elbow, so relax the neck, right? And then this hand shoots underneath, right? So this is the dragon rolls over, this hand shoots underneath, and then I do the shooting palm, reach behind, you shift my weight, lift the elbow, and again don't go too big. Turn and rotate. I'm going to look over my shoulder, right? And then I'm going to swing back, so the hands open here, and then dragon rolls over. So I sit back, roll this hand up, lift the elbow, relax, turn, look over my shoulder again. The palm cuts up, the inside hand shoots underneath the shooting palm. And the shooting palm, then removing helmet, lift the elbow, look over my shoulder, turn my waist, swing my arms, dragon rolls over, turn my waist, lift the elbow. So you can see me lifting. As you get comfortable, you can go a bigger stretch, but in the beginning, just relax, right? This hand turns, so when I look over my shoulder, my head goes under, right? And the palm turns to cut up, and shift back, hand goes under, and shooting palm. Okay? So we're just alternating between removing the helmet, swing. As you get used to it, you can just let it swing and tap a little bit more, and then turn the waist. Shooting palm, removing helmet. So as the movement gets tighter, I start rotating, really rotating around my spine. And this hand now starts to drop a little. Right? And this hand drops, that's what's going to pull and turn my body. Oops, where does my music keep cutting out? Lift, I'll drop this hand down and turn. Yeah. So elbow up. Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Removing helmet. Dragon rolls over, and this hand progressively starts to reach now. So as this hand reaches, it's going to turn the body for you. Shooting palm, removing helmet, reach behind the head, rotate, open, slap, turn, dragon rolls over, drop this hand and shoot this hand out. So when you come out of here, when you start adding this hand, it'll look like this. It'll be rounded. Okay? You'll be to the side, but it'll be rounded. Right? So it'll be here. Okay? And then shooting palm. Just take your time. It takes a while. Well, it took me a while to learn these movements and become comfortable with it. There's a lot of people who are going to learn it faster than me or slower than me. You just have to worry about how you're doing. And if you repeat the movement, don't worry about it. You just continue. And lift, and turn, drop this hand, and then rotate. With the swing, lift, reach, turn, look over the shoulder. Yeah, so go. Shoulder when you turn. Yeah, there you go. So especially this last movement, because you really can open things up. You want to take your time and give yourself enough time to do enough repetitions of this movement so things loosen up. It's the type of stretching that if you do it too short, if you do it too short, you only succeed in tightening everything up. So you want to start off relaxed. Yeah. See right here, just drop the shoulder so you don't bind the shoulder joint. Yeah, and then swing and open up. Turn. Slow. Yeah. Let everything drop into place. Take your time on this big stretch. And feel your spine stretching and opening. Relax the neck. Yeah. Right here, elbow pointing straight up. Yeah. Stretching the lower hand, letting it pull the body. Look over the shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. Yeah, turn. And then relax your left hand. Palm up. Right? And then shooting palm. Lifting the elbow, right? Supporting that big bag of rice. Rotating right around the spine. Dropping the arm and swinging. Swing. Release the arm. Shoot the other hand out. Look over the shoulder. Yeah. And then shift. Just do a few more and then we'll come back to the shooting palm and we'll end for the day. And when you finish, just go right back to the shooting palm. Yeah. And relax and stand. And when you warm down, just make it easy, whether it's like this or where you're swinging, but just make it light and easy. You can wash all the way. Make sure you're opening up all the meridians. Right? If you want, you can finish with the slapping. Loosen everything up. Okay. So a real fast review. You can do standing. I'm going to end the class seated for myself. And yeah, why don't you bring the chair? And we'll close with the bell meditation. So unfortunately, the camera stopped on the first part, but yeah, I've got enough video of it on the rest of the YouTube website. But this will be a nice review. So sit comfortably, feet on the ground. Remember, it's all Qigong, right? That's what we're doing. So when you start to understand it, even that last part, you could, although we call it silk reeling, you could say, I'm still doing the Tai Chi. Because if you're keeping this extended, if you're keeping that heart light, if you're studying the same movements in the Tai Chi and applying it to everything you do, you're still doing the Tai Chi, and it all starts to overlap. So it's all Qigong. So should you do Tai Chi or Qigong first? Yes. Qigong is a really broad term. Yeah? It can be from still meditation to real fast, hard movement. If you're leading with the E and let everything following, then it's Qigong. So it can be very esoteric, very internal. It could be very external, right, for fighting and such, but it's still Qigong. Yeah? When it gets to be more internal, more meditative, deeper, that's when you hear the term Naegong, N-E-I, Naegong. So Naegong is just, first time I asked, I said, what's the difference between Naegong and Chikung? Oh, Naegong is like deeper Qigong, or more internal Qigong. Yeah, so it's just a different level of it. Okay, relax, sit straight. Really relax and open the hips, legs extended. Hands can be flat or up or open if you want any of the mudras, whatever feels comfortable for you. Yeah, it can even be from here, yeah, however you want to do it. The room is still bright. You're still activating that sun in your chest, always there, just thinking of the center of your chest. Letting the air sink down to your lower abdomen. Letting all the stress go, relaxing all the joints. Slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together. Yeah. Loosen up your whole body. Let's see. Yeah, so hang on a little bit. I'll turn off the my camera and then I'll resend that link. And even if you don't get it in chat, I'll send it to, when I send out the video, I'll send it out with Susie so you can get that link. Otherwise, look for, it's MIFO, MIFO.com. And on there's a few links. You just look for the therapeutic and you'll see that massager from there. Or you can email me directly, right? If you still don't get it, just email me directly and I can send it to you. Okay? So, Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah. And, you know, you really think about it, right? When we talk about it, every day is a new year, right? When you get a little bit more philosophical about it, and it's not even philosophical, it's a technicality, right? You're always in the present, right? That moment is already past, right? And you're always moving into the future, right? And time doesn't stand still. And it's the same with our worlds, right? We're moving through space, right? We're never in the same place, right? And that's the riddles, right? Every straight line is a curve. Every curve is a straight line, right? By standing here, if I had a little light on my finger, and I had a time-lapse camera, right? But the time-lapse camera was in space, right? We're constantly moving, so that time-lapse, right? That light is drawing. So we're never in the same place at one time. We're always moving. We're always in the future. We're at the present, but that present is always gone. Immediately, it's gone. Yeah. So the message: every moment is new. Right? That's what it talks about. Every day is a new day. Every second is a new second. Right? It's always an opportunity. Every moment is already gone. It's in the past. Let it go. Right? It's done. Learn from it. It's in our memories. It's in our collective memories, but it's gone. Right? So everything is always new. Everything is always regenerating. Yeah. Lead from the heart. Right? Think about that all day long. So in the Qigong practice, when we do these, today I talked about you light up the whole room, right? You put light bulbs. So at the very end, in like the closing meditation, I forgot, but you want to gather that light back into you when you're done with your practice. So you take all those spheres of lights, and then you pull it back into your body, and that's how you end your practice. Yes. Okay. So Happy New Year, everybody. Okay, I'm going to turn off my camera, and you can turn on your microphone.